So I'm back. We're back again. We're going to talk about Spider Man No Way Home spoilers. I said to myself that if we crossed 200 views on this spoiler free review, I would do a spoiler talk, which is just going to be a little ramble of me talking about the things I liked about this movie, unhinged, completely unhinged. So let's get into it. So, first, let's talk about Matthew Murdock. They fucking got him. They got Charlie Cox. Charlie Cox was there. He was there for 2 seconds, but he was there. He was there. The Netflix show is canon, so we can all put that to bed. I mean, I know Vincent D'Onofrio was in Hawkeye this week, but who cares? It's fucking Charlie Cox. They're gonna do Daredevil. He's gonna show up in maybe She-Hulk, is the rumor. He's gonna be in the Echo show, which is the rumor again, but he's there. He catches the brick, and he's like, "I'm a good lawyer." It's so cool, man. So cool. Yeah, Charlie Cox is really the best Daredevil we've ever had. Sorry, Ben Affleck. Shout out to you, though. Just, that made me really happy to see. And it was in, like, the opening 20 minutes. I guess I can put these few in the same category. I want to talk about Tom Holland's performance. Tom Holland was, to put it simply, incredible. Tom Holland delivered one of the best Spider-Man performances I've ever seen. Sorry to my favorite, Toby. But he did good. He emoted really well. He fucking killed it in those fight scenes, man. When he's beating the shit out of Goblin at the end, you feel those hits, man. Like, you really do. And nobody's talking about the condo fight. The condo fight is really cool. That condo fight where he's like, Goblin's like, "Oh no you don't," and throws him to the wall, and then the music goes silent, and he just runs at him and starts banging at him, and Goblin starts laughing. It's really haunting, and I loved every second of it. But it's not getting enough credit. It deserves a little more credit than what it's getting. Let's talk about Ame's death, because it's in the same scene. Yeah, they fucking copied the PS4 game. Ame is dead. And I think and she's kind of the Uncle Ben here. She gives the great power, great responsibility line, and I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. It was great. She's been there for a while. We got to build a relationship with them and see their relationship grow, and it was well earned. I'll give it to them. It was well earned, and I'm 100% okay with it. And yeah. All right. Let's do it. Big talk. Toby and Andrew are here. Toby and Andrew are back. Like I predicted. Like everybody predicted. I'm just so happy they're here. And they didn't miss a beat, man. Andrew's there. And he's like... He's got this weird energy about him, which was really nice. I found it very refreshing. When he talks to Max and he's like, "You were never a nobody." And he basically is like, "I'm sorry." And he's like, "All I ever wanted to do was save you." It was really nice, and it kind of really redeemed the whole, "It's my birthday, time for me to light my candles," which I wish we had gotten. Wish he'd said it, didn't say it. Whatever. What else about Andrew? Andrew got closure about the Gwen death. When he saved MJ. Peter is going to save her because she's falling, and Goblin grabs him and pulls him away, and Andrew's comes in quick, comes in fast, saves her, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah," but she asks him if he's okay. And that was really sweet, and that was really touching. And I couldn't have asked for better closure on that, and I wish we could get more of Andrew. The Andrew and Toby dynamic, crazy. It's insane when he's standing there and he's like, "I'm gonna crack your back," or whatever, and they're talking about how he makes web fluid in his body. And it's all fun. It's really fun, and it's something like you'd never expected to ever see, and it feels like great closure for them. Toby. Let's talk about Toby. Toby is there, and he's He has this really calming energy, like he's been through it. He shows up and he's like, ever since I got here, I've been looking for your friend, talking about Tom. I think he needs my help. And he's just there to help. And this movie gives like all the fan service that you wanted, talking about like the villains they've fought before, telling them about Venom with the black goo, telling them about a Russian man in a rhino suit, and talking about Toby talks about the Avengers. He's like, the Avengers, that's great. What is that? And Andrew's like, is that a band? Are you in a band? It's all fun. It's really fun. It's really nice to see them. Another thing that Toby, sorry, I'm all like, it's so great to talk about. Like, this movie is so, like, defining. Anyways, back to Toby. Toby and Ock have this nice little moment where the score plays, and Otto's like, Peter, my boy, you're all grown up. How are you? And he's like, he just takes his mask off, smiles at him, and goes, trying to do better. And it was really nice. And it was probably my favorite moment in the movie, and I cried. Yeah, I cried. I cried during this movie. And I'm okay with it. Really, I'm okay with it. Yeah, it was everything I wanted and more. It truly was. It's fan service, but it's on like an organic level. Like, it's organic. It's not like throwing shit at you for the sake of throwing it at you because they can. It's a part of this. They wrote it in a way where it's part of the story. The only issue I have with the whole thing is the setup to get to that is kind of flimsy, and that's okay. For me, at least. I find it okay because the payoff was so good. And I just wish we could get more. But if this is the end of Toby and Andrew, I'm 100% fine. Because I got closure that I never thought I would. And it's very exciting if we can return to Tom for a little bit. If we can return to Tom, it's very exciting, his future, with the way the movie ends. And everyone forgets who Peter Parker is. And he walks into the cafe and he's going to tell Ned and MJ who he is. And he just doesn't. And he leaves. And then he goes off on his own and gets an apartment. And you see at the end the shot with the sewing machine and the red and blue. They brought back the red and blue suit. And he goes out and does a final swing. We got a final swing, and we haven't got one of those in a long time. And we got one in Far From Home. I just wasn't a fan of it. But we got a really nice final swing, and the final shot comes in, and it's just the lenses of the mask. It's perfect. This movie was a reminder to me of why I love this character. It is a reminder to me of why I love movies. Even though like people will call it Marvel trash, I love it. And I am very hopeful for the future of MCU Spider-Man, and I just can't wait, man. It's great to be excited about a movie again. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I have a longer video planned once this comes out on like Blu-ray and 4K. Again, thank you to everyone who watched the spoiler-free review. Getting it over 200 views was crazy. And I hope to keep doing this, so thanks.